Guys, if you are a medical professional and you are based abroad, if you are sick while you are on duty, please take permission from the nurse in charge and go home. I know that many of us, when we are sick, having some little headache at place of work, when we are not well, you don't want to go home because you don't want to let your team down. I know that feeling like, oh, we are so short. I really don't want to go home. I really don't want to let my team down. No, the right thing to do if you are sick and you are unwell while you are on shift, the best thing for you to do is to take permission from the nurse in charge. Tell her you are very unwell, you are having migraine, you can't concentrate from work, and go home. Now, one of us has been suspended for 6 months from the nursing profession. I know we are going to learn from it. It's a sympathetic one, it's an empathetic one. We're going to learn from it, and that's why I'm sharing it in today's video. What happened? According to the story, she had migraine and headache while she was at work, or she was feeling unwell while she was at work, and she took cocodamol and paracetamol from the drug cupboard, and she has now been suspended for 6 months. In today's video, we are going to learn from her story. If you are interested, stay tuned.
Ryan Little.
Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. If you were seeing my face for the very first time, my tired face, I'm so stressed. My name is Violet Okolacha. I live and I practice in the United Kingdom, and on this channel I share every juicy information that we can learn from. I also help nurses, new nurses pass their OSCE exam in first sitting. So please do me a favor, like this video right now so you don't forget. Share this video with as many that will benefit from it, and of course don't forget to subscribe. Now guys, one of us has been suspended for the nursing from the nursing profession for a period of 6 months. I will be sharing the story, and I know we are going to learn from it. Now, if you are sick while on duty, the best thing to do is to go home. I feel that way too. Sometimes when I'm on duty and we're short of staff, I feel like, oh, I don't want to let my team down. I know, because we're passionate nurses, you have that feeling. But the best thing for you to do when you're sick and you're at your place of work is to go home. That's the best thing to do, okay? Now, on duty NHS nurse caught stealing 2 headache tablets from hospital pharmacy is suspended from the profession and told that she poses a continuing risk to the public. Now guys, Francesca Morgan lost her job at Arrow Park Hospital near Liverpool after taking paracetamol and cocodamol without permission when she felt unwell during her shift. Because if you are on shift and you have to take permission, the drugs there are not drugs for staffs, they are drugs for patients, you understand? So that's why she was suspended. Now, a year and a half later, she's been suspended from the entire profession for the next 6 months. Miss Morgan was caught after covert surveillance installed by police recorded her taking pills on 2 separate occasions in June 2022. She took cocodamol, then took paracetamol without getting breathing permission first. Guys, I tell people, always walk like there's surveillance. You are being watched. You don't need camera. Everything you do, you are being watched. So we all have to be careful. It's not easy. Nursing profession is not an easy profession, and that's why the profession is passionate. It's not an easy profession, because obviously she was sick at her place of work, but then the rule doesn't permit us to take drugs made for patients for our own use. Now guys, let me divert a bit. When I came into the UK newly, I met one of the nurses who was very nice to me. Oh my God, each time she comes to pick shift in the unit where I work, she's so nice, she's so lovely, she's so beautiful. In fact, she made adaptation easy. She's one of those, I can tell you, that made my adaptation to the UK easy. And then she said to me one day when we had an open conversation, she said to me, Nosvi, I appreciate you, and I see that you are so eager to learn, and this was how I started. And I said, so why are you not permanent? Why don't you get a permanent job with the trust? And she told me that actually she's not started looking for job, that she's worked in this country and then she got into trouble, that she was a band 7 nurse and then she was taking drugs at her place of work, that she was having a headache and she went to take paracetamol at her place of work, that she didn't know somebody snapped her, somebody videoed her, one of their work colleagues, they snapped her and videoed her. And so she got into trouble, that they did disciplinary action on her, that she's just coming back to work after that disciplinary action that was taken against her. So because I was new then, I didn't really understand, because then we were like preparing for our OSCE exam, and when we come to ward to work, you meet different agency nurses coming to work also. I didn't understand. It was, when I now fully joined the profession, I started working and I said, oh my God, this was what this lady was telling me, that she was snapped, so I understood better. And our case is similar to this lady's case now. This lady took 2 paracetamol and 2 cocodamol because she was feeling uneasy at work, and the police, they had a surveillance camera there, and that was how they find out. Do you understand? Now, even if they didn't have a surveillance camera there, any of our colleagues would have reported her, because when they see you taking paracetamol from the drug cupboard, they know that it is not right, it is unethical, it is against our profession to use drug at work. You have to get your own. Do you understand? And so this is the case this lady faced. Now, the issue at hand is a very emotional one. I'll tell you what she said. I want to cut the long story short. Was responsible for the wider medication theft. She was prosecuted for taking cocodamol and paracetamol. She pleaded guilty in December 2022 to 2 counts of theft by an employee, and told Wira Magistrate Court that she assumed she was allowed to take medication after feeling unwell during the shift. She also told the court that she has lost her job as a result of the prosecution, and so she has moved in with her grandmother. Because she was under prosecution, the employer that employed her sacked her, because obviously she did a wrong thing, and she started staying with her grandmother. The Nursing and Midwifery Council has suspended her for 6 months, and after a disciplinary panel found she hasn't displayed enough insight as to why her actions was wrong. Because any error you make in nursing, you are meant to do a reflection. Do you understand? And that is it. In a reflective statement provided by Ms. Morgan as part of the disciplinary process, Ms. Morgan said, I realize that it is not acceptable to take medication belonging to the ward, as this is or could be seen as theft. I have spent many hours reflecting on the situation I placed myself in. But the NMC remained convinced and described our insights as quite limited. They said the panel was not convinced that Ms. Morgan demonstrated a full or developed understanding of the issue raised by the proven allegations. We considered that there is a continuing risk to the public due to registrar's lack of full insight and failure to confirm how she would prevent it from occurring. And so that's the situation at hand. So please, drugs for patients, food for patients, and not for our use. This is the situation at hand, and this is a very emotional one, because she's lost her job, she's moving to stay with her grandmother. Our prayers are with her, and we pray that God sees her through during this trial period. But I know we would have learned 1 or 2 things from this profession. May God help us. It's not easy, but may God continue to help us. So as nurses, we must uphold the nursing and midwifery standard all the time, no matter what. We have to uphold the code, the practice, the profession. We have to uphold all the standards set out. And that is it. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in another of my juicy video. Until I see you again, have a beautiful day.